Okay,
This
this is
is
gonna be a
gonna be a
tutorial. This is
tutorial.
gonna be a tutorial for how I did some parts for Peace Walk 3. I know some people ask me for like the mod links. Um, some of them you can get like I guess for like the naked soldiers or like the naked scouts, you can definitely get the mod for TF2. But for some other stuff like the heavy or whatever, it was all in SFM, right? So this is how I did it or how I managed to do it. I would say this is kind of like a part 2 tutorial because well, first you have to get the demos into SFM, right? So I basically follow Antler's tutorials for SFM, like how to record demos for SFM, and it's pretty good. I think it goes thoroughly what you wanted to do, like what you need to do basically. But at the end of the video, he kind of just gives you that, and he's like he gives you this, and if you never use SFM, it's kind of like daunting, I would say, maybe a little bit overwhelming. So this is gonna be like a bit of a continuation of what to do. Anyways, one thing I would say about this part, or I guess this tutorial, one thing I didn't like is I think when he's putting the AGR or whatever, yeah, right here, he doesn't put the view models, which is I would put it on all the time. I think it's fine having view models. It doesn't really affect you. You can always hide them in SFM, but that's whatever. If you're never gonna use that FOB or a part for your movie, then that's fine. But like I think it's fine. And the other thing I think a lot of people get stuck is it's when you write the path for your where the output is gonna be, where the AGR, the important file is gonna be. People always forget to name this part, right? So you have the folder, but you also have to put the name of the file. So like whatever you want to put it output, whatever, it doesn't matter what you change it, but like it has to be here and then .agr, because a lot of people just get confused and they will do the whole process and get nothing of it, or like they wouldn't get the file and they're wondering why. I also say like when you're done, obviously rendering the first shot or whatever, rename this file, because if you do another one, it's gonna it's gonna override it. But anyways, we're gonna start with the tutorial. So right here I'm in this I can show you I'm on the trip shot, and you have the heavy, all this, all that, and that's it. That's pretty much it. um SFM sometimes, because it's an old program, will get laggy, so there are times where you could just get corrupted files. So this is you guys can see this is like my second one, because this was the first one. For some reason SFM just does this, and it's fine, I guess. Like it's not fine, but like it happens. And an easy way to fix it, I can show you, is if you go again to your mod, your your browser mod, or browser for models, and you search for heavy arms, right? And here's a heavy arms with no animation, anything like that. But if you just copy the samples and paste it from here, you get the animation without being corrupted, which I think is good. So now it's here. It's fixed. It's a nice, simple fix. Uh, but now we're gonna go into, I think before we do the heavy part, I will explain that in SFM you kinda have to change everything, right? So like all of these player models used to be like red skin, right? Even these stickers, you have to like change the sticker skins. So you have to go here and do like this for every single one of them, which is it's annoying. It's definitely like a tedious progress, but you have to do everything like that because SFM, it only gets the data. I think it doesn't really get like the well, not the data, but like, it doesn't really get like the full aspect of the frag. Like it doesn't know what team is what. It only knows like there's a medic here or there's a soldier here, and that's it. Another thing with SFM is like there's no particles. You have to put the particles here as well. So that's why for like the movie, you don't think people maybe realize. I think they know because like the med's never healing. There's no med beam. You have to put those particles in. So I would think I'd start with the particles as well. Um, let's put the. I guess I could just put the heavy items for the bit. So for the particles, right? How you add the particles here? You would. Yeah, I'm just gonna hide them as well. So like, you can see how like it looked beforehand. No particle, right? So we select the cylinder, right? And you have the rocket here, the rocket name, and you would go into your new particle system. And actually, what I do, I think it's like good. No, it's a good what do you call? I forgot the word for it, but it's a good thing to do. It's like a good habit to do. It's a good habit. It's when the rocket starts, right? The frame when you can see the rocket, you add the particle. So it's because it's easier because now you have the start time here, but now you just have to search it. And first things first, I use the particles from the tf2 movies, and the reason why, if you go into the regular tf2, you're gonna find the particle found, but it's just there's so many, right? There's so many files, and like sometimes you get lost or whatever. I think if you go into tf2 movies, it's obviously gonna be more condensed, and it's right there. So like, if I wanna go for the rocket trail, oh, it's rocket trail right there. And funny enough, this is not the particle you want. You want the one at the bottom, rocket trail, without that. Apparently that doesn't work for whatever reason. So you open it, and you're gonna be like, wait, where's the particle at? It's obviously it's right here, but for some reason in SFM sometimes the particles don't like actually show the first time you instance them. So you can just hide it and open it, and now it will show. And there it is. Beautiful, right? So now we have this cylinder and the rocket trail. So the next thing we need to do is parent the cylinder to the rocket trail, and now we're gonna zero it, which is gonna give it the animation. And now it has it, right? But it's actually not right, because for some reason when you zero it, the part of the back of the rocket is like on the side for what reason. So you just go here, you press the E key, and on this like green, I don't know if you guys can see this, but in this like green circle, you just want to like rotate it 45 degrees. And now it's like better now, but you still have to like move it. So you press the W key. I guess I forgot. If you press W, that's for moving, E is for rotation, R is for like a mix of both. I never use R because I think it's gonna I don't really like it. But you press W, you move it like slightly to here. I always eyeball it. It's fine if you eyeball it, so it's not a big problem. Around here, and now you have it. It's perfect. You see that? The next step you have to do for that, it's because RG demos, I think they want to save like space, or not space, but they want to save like models. They will reuse a lot of the models, so you will see when this rocket hits, instead of like probably just dying here, it's gonna come back, and it's probably not even gonna come back to my model. You see, like it doesn't even come back to my model, it comes back to someone else's model because they shot a rocket, which is fine, I guess, but we don't want that, obviously. So the the fix for that, or I guess fix, quote unquote, it's when the rocket, I would say right here, when this rocket is about to go, we're gonna change the emission duration and not the lifetime. I think the emission duration is different from the lifetime. The lifetime is like the actual lifetime of the particle, but the emission duration is gonna be the smoke trail. So we're gonna calculate, quote unquote, calculate how long it's gonna take. So an easy way to do it is like when you're in that frame, in this frame, if you scroll all the way, all the way here, and you notice it's 3.2667, we're gonna get a calculator, right? So we're gonna do this, alright? So we have that, right? We have our calculator, that, and then we're just gonna subtract it, basically. Put 2667, and if you didn't know where I got the numbers, right here. So 266, and obviously this is 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, and we just round it up. And what's the number? 0.85. We just take that, and now it's not gonna end because you're still gonna have like the sparkles. That's the other part of the particle, but you're not gonna see this motion, the smoking trail. It only shows when I go backwards for whatever reason. So if we go back, also to fix your timeline, or I guess to like instead of being zoned out, if you press F, it's gonna like try to put it at the center, I guess. Not the center, but like try to get everything correctly, if that makes sense. So like if it was really zoomed out and you try to play it, it's only gonna play this part because it only sees this part, right? But if you press F, it's gonna try to play the whole thing, or the whole thing that's supposed to be available. So now we see it, we punch, and we pause just to see, and we're gonna see if and the rocket's gone. That's it. Simple as that. And you do that for every single rocket you want to do it. Now let's do the explosion. I guess I could do the other one as well, the other rocket drop. But let's do the explosion, right? The explosion one is the easiest one, in my opinion, because what you do is just you see the rocket, and then maybe in this frame, like this frame right here, you would instance the explosion, and you go obviously into explosions, right? Makes sense. Explosion meter, of course. And then this is kind of odd to do, but like you're just gonna if you press shift while you're dragging your model or particle or whatever, it's gonna like stick to like the main surface you're like clicking. So if I like press shift on his foot, it's gonna be like right next to his foot, and you guys can see that. But now we're gonna just put it at the middle. Like it's kind of odd to do this way. I don't like parenting the rocket to the explosion, because it also like if the rocket still has momentum, right? Some of the parts are gonna like move with the rocket. It looks awkward. I don't know. Like some of the debris is gonna move to it. But if you do it like this, it's always gonna be like it's gonna be steel. So again, we're not gonna see it unless we hide it, and now we're gonna see it. So and that looks pretty okay. All things considered, that looks pretty okay. So if we go back, we have the rocket. Looks fine, right? Looks fine. I guess I'm gonna put the second trail so you can see how it actually looks like semi-done. Bam. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks perfectly fine. Next thing, I guess I'll go now to the actual heavy thing. So here with the heavy, when you get your demos in from the RGR, I think RGR, not RG, RGR, you're gonna have your files called this. I usually for all my stuff, I usually like to recall the stuff so it's easy to find. So for my third person, that's why it's called third body, third weapon. So this is my third person guy. You can group it as well. Like you could create like what's this called? I think it's called create. Where is this stuff? Group selected decks. That's basically like a group. You can create a group for that, and you can just call it third person. I like it like this. I think it's easier for me. And then when you have first person as well. Obviously for the original you only have like this part because that's how it's animated. Wait, hold on. Well, sorry about that. That's a long phone call. Anyway, where was I? I think I was talking about the face and all that stuff. I think I show how to fix it. Oh, I was talking about the bodies. Yeah. So here's the actual bodies or the FOBs, I guess. Again, you can. I will rename them. I think it's easy. I think it's keeps in track. I think it's a good habit to do, especially if you're gonna do it for like long, not long, but like for a lot of frags. And now let's go with the how I did the heavy. So let me move this stuff here. It doesn't matter. And I think I was planning to do it with like maybe sniper. So let's try with sniper first. And I think the easiest way to do it it's you get the first person of the guy, whoever, whatever like shot you're doing, you get them because that's the animation you want to change. You copy the root transform, not the root one. The root has no animation, but you copy the root transform, and then you just paste it to the sniper or whatever you think you want to do. And now it should follow along. Wait, what's along? Let me see if I copy this just like that. It should follow along. It should follow nicely. I think with the original being kind of weird, it doesn't copy well. But I think if I copy from the heavy, it should be fine. I'm just gonna test that just to see. Because I think I have to do the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, with the heavy, I just change it. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to look. But if you had the soldier, let's say, because you might just have the soldier, just do the same thing, right? Just copy from the soldier, and we're gonna go from there. So where's this guy? Oh, copy, paste. It's funny how it does that. And now we're gonna do it like that. Let me hide the other ones. It's all except the up. We're gonna use the up eventually, I think. But for now, I guess I could do it now. Let's parent the up. So the up has a weapon bone, and you want to parent that with the sniper. So simple as that. Just do that. We're gonna zero it, and it's gonna look like that. It's fine right now because it has no animation. But if we change it, now the sniper is following along. Kinda. Whoa! What the? Whoa! What was that? What was all that about? What happened there? Let's see. Oh, it's because you're rotating? Oh, I guess that's fine. Anyways, let's go back to the let's go back to this the first part. So now the thing you wanna do next, it's to get the shooting animation, it's actually called a sequence. So we're gonna import this sequence. We're gonna import the sequence to everything except the root transform, right? It's because it already has the animation we want. We have the movement. So now we have to find the name of the sequence that we want. Obviously you can see like they have like this phrase, not phrasing, but like these names BW. It's probably for both. It's probably for the huntsman, and you can see it right here. Yeah, huntsman draw. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same for all the snipers. Maybe PJ. What is PJ? Oh, is that Peace? Is that for the fucking Jarati? P Jarati? I guess that makes sense. Fire. I think this is the one we want, but we want to be idle. So maybe this one. Let's see if it looks good. It looks pretty good. So now we have it. I guess we can adjust the angle. So again, it's not never gonna be perfect. Changing the root, I think it's better to adjust in like the how it looks in camera, because you can also just change, I guess, kind of like the FOV by just moving this, and it's not as, and you don't move like the animation as well. So like if you change the root, you're not gonna be messing with like the whole animation. But if you do it with the root on the regular root, it's gonna be fine. Even though it gives you like this, it doesn't have any animation here. It's like, there's nothing here. So we're gonna adjust that a little bit. I think this looks fine. Let's see. Yeah, this looks fine. Okay, and then it's going like that. It's fine, but I think the root transform is messed up. So we're gonna use. Did I use the body? I used the body. What if I use the weapon? Even though it should be the same as the body. Let's see. Interesting. Fuck yeah, I guess. Fuck yeah, a little bit. Could be samples. It's gonna look the same. Well, now it's at the top. I guess I changed it as well. I guess that's the issue. Yeah, don't mess up with the root transfer. Just mess up with the regular root. Things probably why. Just fine. I'm gonna adjust this. I know the camera's like a bit small, but it's pretty this far. But we just wanna have like a preview. No, let's see. Oh, beautiful! Yeah, that was fixed. It was that. I kind of knew. Well, not really. Well, I did knew, but I just forgot about it, I guess. Let's see. But now we have it. Now we have the idle animation. Let me hide everything else. So we just focus on the sniper, right? So we have the sniper. Yes, yes, yes. Boom. So now this is kind of like the part where you have to experiment, I would say. So we're gonna be using this timeline. We're not gonna be using this. This timeline is kind of daunting at first because it's kind of hard to learn, I would say. Not hard to learn, but it has like a steep learning curve just to like get used to it. So we have that, right? Let's say in this frame we're gonna be shooting, right? So now what are we going to do is, oops, here. It's again, take everything except the root, because we need to have that animation not affected. And I think sometimes it likes to just have it for no reason, but we're gonna fire the weapon. And now we have to see how where it fires. So right here, it fires one, and then does it go back? Let's see. Does it go back? Okay. So it goes back here. So now we put like a pause here, because that's how long it takes. And then hold on. Let's see. Okay, it shoots here, but it's kind of idle here, so we kind of want that. Okay. And now we should have a fine animation here, and we can move it obviously. So we're gonna move it. We're not gonna move it like that. We're gonna press enter to solidify it, so now when we move it, it doesn't change. And now we're gonna find where it like shoots. So it shoots here. So maybe we want to like around here. Let's see. Or is that too delay? Let's see. I think this one was before. Wait, no, it's not before. Hold on. That looks fine. Looks fine. And then if I keep pressing it, we're gonna make it a little bit longer. Let's see. So it follows the through animation. Yep. Press enter. Let's see how it looks. It looks fine. Shoots. Okay, whatever. And then we have to shoot a sword right there. So we have to copy this. Let's copy this as well. And paste it around here, I think. Let's see. Maybe if we do something like that. No. Man. Let's try to fix that. Also, I guess a quick tip that you will maybe you'll see this later, but like if you expand this, you can expand it like here, and it's gonna like try to smooth the two sections, like try to ease in. This is like a bit of an ease in, I guess. And if you wanted to like be more smooth, you can go into the smooth tab as well. But you'll probably see it later, maybe, hopefully. But I guess we'll probably see it later when I'm trying to like smooth the action. But so far, it doesn't really need to be smooth, I think. Now we copy this again, but we have to we shoot here. That's the issue with the sniper. It's like it's too long. So we shoot right there. It's like crazy. I guess I can just copy the time he shoots. So let's see. Let's just copy this this first part first. So it's probably gonna be easier. Question mark? Question mark? So now. Oh wait. Let's see how it looks. Oh, that kind of actually looks good. Now we have to find the other part. Oh, that's embarrassing. You see, like, I don't want to have it like that, but it doesn't follow the whole animation through. But we're gonna try to combine these two. Let's see. Oh, wait. That looks pretty good. I think the animation might have been. There might be like a frame where it's like kind of foggy, but it doesn't look bad. So let's see how it looks. Boom, boom. Oh, it shoots so fast. That's what I don't like. Just shoots so fast. Start from here. I would say let's start from here and then let's see if I can copy everything. Look good. Let's see. No, motherfucker, no. What if I just don't copy this bar? Let's see. See how it looks? And it's reloading, and then wait, what does it shoot? It shoots like okay. Oh, that's why. That's I'm fucking bugging. I'm bugging right now. Right here. Now we're gonna hopefully smooth this out a little bit. Let's see how it looks. Smooth this part as well. I don't know. Again, this is kind of like where you experiment. This is unfortunate because for sniper, it's too long for a shoot animation. But I think it gets the point across. And I think it looks pretty believable, honestly. And I guess we can see this hole as a whole, see how it looks. Press F again, whatever. It looks okay. For like this door, it looks okay. I will probably go back and fix some of the stuff, but yeah, that's how I did the heavy. This is the same idea. I did the same thing with the heavy. I can show it right here with the arms. Let's hide it. Well, we don't have to hide it, but you can see the same idea here. Oh, I hate when I cannot move here. There we go. You guys can see there's like smooth in. Some of them are smooth in, some of them are not. But yeah, same idea. You got the same thing and all that stuff. I guess since this is kind of like the end of the tutorial, I'll go into some tips. I guess I'll go into some tips about what to do and what you can expect from using SFM. I think the first part is if you're looking to use custom models. I'm not gonna go into the naked models, but like if you go into the workshop, right, SFM, and you wanted to use this model, let's just like this model, right? And you wanted to copy the whole movement of a different character. Same idea. You go into here. You go into. It's gonna be called AFX or whatever. Copy samples. Paste samples. There's two ways to do it. You could do it like this way, which works fine. Let me paste this idea. Anything works fine. Let's put default. I guess let's put 0. Yeah, let's put default. Well, this only defaults the guy into his default pose, default A pose. But let's say you want to copy and paste for whatever reason, you could just click on click and drag. The only issue with this, it's when you do that, it's gonna be fine with this guy, but if your model was hopefully my SFM doesn't crash, because another thing with SFM is when you search for models and you have too many models in your workshop or whatever, if you search too fast, it will crash for sure. And it just does that just because I think it just gets overwhelmed. The program just gets, there's so much data going at the same time, which it's fine, makes sense. But it's kind of annoying when you're searching for models. Like even slowly, it will might crash because you search too many models. So I will be aware of that. Like if I ever go for a new model, I would say first, because I know it's gonna crash eventually, you know. But let's say you had this custom solid model that you just got from the workshop, right? And you're like, oh, I just want to do that, right? If you use 0 here, wait, you didn't do it. Damn it, it's not this one. Okay, I guess I have to preface. If you have a solid model that's, oh, here we go. This is the one I was looking. Here it is. If you have a solid model that has like a lot of like facial expressions, or it has like more powerful facial expressions, I guess, if that makes sense. If you zero them out, you're gonna see that, there you go, here it is. So you're gonna see his facial expressions kind of bleeding in. Where's the other? Where's the other bot, man? Here you go. Yeah. See. So instead of like, because like when you zero them out, you basically zero everything, and you zero the face as well. So you're just gonna change it to default. Also change it to default. You're gonna change everything except everything that's not like logged into default. And there you go, you fixed it. There we go. See? And you have like his beautiful face looking or whatever. And if you want like change how it looks, whatever, that's why. This other model is kind of good. It's kind of good. Anyway, what else? When you're transferring maps as well, I guess I can leave. Never mind. I was gonna say like when you try to get maps from from tf2 to an SFM, it will cause problems. But I guess I could leave the maps I use or the maps I exported, so it doesn't cause a lot of issues. The other thing is when you're rendering at 60 FPS, there's some maps where you have like lights. There will be like random lights when you render. You're not gonna see them, or I guess sometimes you see them. You will see them on Sunshine, but on Process you don't see them. Like some of these lights are gonna cause problems, and it's because you're rendering at 60 FPS. And the one simple fix you have to do is hold on, I have it somewhere else. Oh yeah, here you go. So if you wanna fix that, one of the easiest fixes, you go into your shot, right? And you're going to show in element viewer. And when it says combars, or I think it's combats, you press A twice. Press A twice. And here you're gonna type this. And remove all environment light glow. And also this. And for Sunshine, you have to write this. Sunshine and Gollywash, you have to write this. And remove all environment zone. And it's because, again, for whatever reason, when you look at the sun, it's gonna like flash. It's gonna have like flashing lights. You have to see it. I will show an example here probably. But it's gonna have like flashing lights. And it's gonna look like really annoying. It's gonna be like, why is it there? Why is it there? And then another fix you could do, it's when you render your movie. Let's save. Options. You're going to faster options or more options. You're gonna override the shutter speed. Usually it's 20 FPS, 21, because it's rendered like a 24 frames, 30 frames. But because we're running on 60 frames, you have to change it to fuck. You have to change it to 0.0083, and sometimes that fixes the issue, but sometimes that doesn't help the issue. It like depends. In Sunshine it doesn't work, but like it works in Metalworks, which is annoying, I guess. But yeah, you just remember to change that because you're again rendering at 60 FPS and you do all that stuff. Let's see. The other next thing, I guess it's if you're using, I guess this is the last part. Well, not last part. I wanna say some other stuff. But if you are, last part of the tips, if you're using like a custom model outside of SFM, let's say the troll face, we're gonna get the troll face. It's actually called oil. But let's say you wanted to use the troll face here. The way you translate the animation, it's not how you do it with the other ones. Unfortunately for this troll face, you have to do it like manually. So what does that mean? So let me show you. Let me copy as well because and let's move this body to all the way top. And here. So if we try to do the same thing, it only knows the root transform. It doesn't know anything else, and it's because how like the body is named for it. So like all the bones are named way differently than the actual bones, and it should be the same thing, right? Like it has the same bones, it's the same thing, but it doesn't realize that. So it only translates the I guess the oh my god, it only translate the root transform. So what you have to do is go into all of the bodies and change it. But when you do it, and I'll show you this because it's kind of annoying. If you do it at the same time, for whatever reason, I'm not gonna only do this 3, this 4, I guess. It like rotates it incorrectly, right? So you see this, it's like, well, that's not how it's supposed to look. You have to do it one by one because then you're gonna see what's the issue. So I do the pelvis. I'm like, okay, where's the trophies at? What happened to the trophies? Is this a soul here? Well, it's this soul here. Where's the? So it's like here. It's like, why? Why did they do that? You know, you have to translate everything like that, and you have to do it for every single one of them. And it's gonna do. Yeah, you see, it's gonna do it for every single one of them. It doesn't like. Yeah, I'll Control C it so you can see it better. Hide this soul here. Okay, hide this soul here. Let's put default. Default. I guess we can do default everything, whatever. Who cares? Default. Unlock. Can I unlock it, please? Thank you. Whatever. So we have it here. Let's just move the pelvis one by one. Oh, wrong way. Embarrassing. And now it's flip, right? It's like you don't want this. This looks bad, but you have to do it one by one, and then it's gonna. If you do it for the spine, right? It's gonna flip it again, and you have to match it and do that and do all that stuff. It's annoying. It's a long process, but you just have to do it. It's like this is what happens when you just get like models from Garry's mod, I guess, from Gmod. Because I got this mod from Gmod. You just had to like translate the animations and all that stuff. But I don't know. I think it's because of the bones orientation. I think it's different. You can see here. I don't know. It's hard to say. Yeah, you can see like how the bone orientation is different. The Y and Z axis are pointing different ways, so maybe that's why. Like that's what I figured. That's the reasoning why it's like that. Because when you zero it, you can. It like tries to put on the same position, right? Like it zeroes it, right? Like it like copy and paste it, like black and white. You know, like it should be like that. The other thing you could do is you can change it to playhead, and playhead doesn't translate the it doesn't change it like zero, but it still tries to give you the animation. I don't think it looks great. I think it looks off when you do that, but I don't know. I would just zero it. I would just change everything and make everything look whatever. This is just like doing like some form of mocap, some form of shitty mocap, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The other thing I would say is like if you're getting to SFM, I guess SFM is kind of old, right? I would say SFM is kind of old. It's pretty old now. I know people are using Blender now. I think if you want to use Blender to make a cinematic as well, that's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. But I would start in SFM just because it's kind of like more compact, if that makes sense. Like Blender has so many good options on what to do, but you don't have like the particles there. Like you still have like some issues, right? And probably the community is I would say the Blender community is larger because it obviously is, and it could probably have like better solutions for a lot of your issues, and it's probably a bit faster. But I think like if you never used Blender before, or if you never used like a 3D program like this before, I think starting with SFM or like starting little by little, especially with SFM, it's probably fine. But if you wanna go with Blender, that's fine. But just be aware with all the fucking render issues it has. But SFN on fucking Blender, any fucking 3D program has fucking render issues. It's always like that. There's always, every time you render, some shit's gonna break. But anyways, that's my tutorial here. Last thing, I guess, it's you guys can see like there's no rocks. It's because it didn't like translate. I don't know why. It only happens on process. It didn't translate these two rocks. It happens in process and product. It didn't translate some rocks. I guess I could show product. You know what? I'm gonna end the tutorial showing product. So let's see. I will have most of these maps maybe in the description. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Hopefully this shit doesn't crash. But I have everything, most of the maps in the description, and the tutorial of Antlers in the description as well. So you guys can like get the first part. But yeah, it doesn't have rocks. You just, the way to fix this is fucking, it's just caveman like, you know, just cover it with some rocks you got in SFM. That's how I did it. No one noticed about that. No one notices on product, but everyone notices on process because I change it all the time. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.